Hey guys, it's Jay over at Firebrand Media, and today we're talking about live streaming hybrid events. What are they? What can you expect out of them? And how can a production company like us serve you in tackling those events? So there's two components. You have the live streaming side of it and you have the hybrid side of it. We all know what live streaming is, but from a production company standpoint, it's important to notate what it encompasses. And I'll focus on that. So with live streaming, you have several elements and roles and responsibilities within that live stream. You have a technical setup being the footprint of that live stream, how well the bandwidth is received, and that's done through a stream diag and survey of the site that we're going to be filming at or where we're going to be hosting the live stream, all the way to what a technical director does and how they disseminate that per the producer. Live streams can have one feed or one camera angle, or they can have as many as they need. The highest amount of feeds that we've done is 24. A live stream is mostly pre-production planning and building. It's not really the operating the stream that's the hard part. It's testing again, bandwidth, making sure that the internet is well received when outputting that stream. A production company will want to site survey and check that bandwidth or check the internet feed. Do we need to hard line that in? We most likely want to. We don't want to carry a stream over via Wi-Fi or remote. On that same note, the stream producer is working with the company or business that's hosting the event and finding collateral that can be hosted on screen, anything that needs to be pipped on screen or displayed on screen, in that it matches the brand. That could be typography or motion graphics, or let's say slides or animated short pieces that can be pulled onto the stream as a contingency factor or for the run of show purposes. Behind both the cameras and the switchers or the boards where they will do a multicam flip. If you're using multiple angles, you'll have technical directors seated. When you go up the chain, a producer communicates to the technical directors in that, hey, we're switching from cam A to cam B. Hey, camera C, go ahead and get locked in and zoom in a little closer on the subject. That communication happens in line with the run of show. Now on the hybrid side, you're doing other things, being that in the same way a technical director is manning a switcher and cameras, you have videographers creating, let's say, or working on capturing assets for the event recap or the sizzle reel of the event. You may have a photographer doing a step and repeat within the venue as well for everybody that works for the business. They need new headshots that year. Generally, live streaming hybrid events focus on many different things at once. Whether it's a training like we've done for US Foods, they had a live stream at the same time we were capturing assets for an event recap. That stream was being fed to different corporate locations for the trainees of that state. So while they were being trained through the live stream for the presentation that was happening at the home site, we also had videographers filming the same stage but in a higher quality. Now jumping over to the live stream side of it, it doesn't mean that it's lacking quality. It's just not streaming at 4K and it's not being received in 4K. That's rarely the case with most streaming services, like the platforms such as Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max. You're not really streaming in 4K, but you're still enjoying the show. Now, when we're capturing the show in the hybrid event, or when we're capturing the show from a videography perspective or a photography perspective in that hybrid event, we're focused on the quality and taking those assets back to post-production. On the streaming side, we're showcasing a quality in real time. Those stream feeds will operate at 1080p versus the videographer's cameras are shooting 4K, 6K, 8K. And the photographer's camera is shooting at 48 megapixels or 100 megapixels, whatever the pixel count and resolution is for industry standard. Another example of a live streaming hybrid event that we've done was for an esports company. They were having a 2K combine. 2K is a game. It's an NBA basketball game, and a combine is like a competition where it's done over brackets in a league system where you have different leagues participating for one cash pool or one prize, and that team would pretty much win the prize pool. And I think the prize pool at that time was $20,000. So six people playing with two on rotation. That's 8 people. Winning $20,000. It was a big deal. And in that situation, while we were hosting the actual combine, focusing on the tournament stage, we also had a room made for media day. And that was set up to capture teams that had won their recent game, in that they would give feedback, talk about the play-by-play action, and then that would be created on site in post-production and fed back into the live stream as an advertisement slot to hold place for changing and rotating the winning and losing teams on the main stage. Alienware was also at the event and had a booth activation. Something that we did and we were tasked to do for the live stream was to capture engagement with their new product. They had a new souped up gaming laptop and they wanted to showcase that in real time, where people were engaging with that laptop and they would ask them questions. That microphone would feed into the live stream with 2 new camera angles that were focusing on that Q&A pipped into the live stream in between segments. This added value in that Alienware got to be on the live stream showcasing a product, and they also gifted a couple of those laptops to top winners of that combine. Live streaming hybrid events can be super large and chaotic, but if planned effectively, roles and responsibilities can be tasked with pre-production assignments like surveying the location, planning the production footprint, putting together a call sheet or a roster of everybody in the, let's say, the videography side and the streaming side and the photography side and what their roles are, and then aligning that with marketing. It could be super simple if done right. If you have any questions about live streaming hybrid events and want a production company like us to look at your pre-production model for the streaming footprint or the asset production for videography and photography, please feel free to call or reach out. Here at Firebrand Media, we'd love to help you.